How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to transfer all your data from an iPhone to an Android phone. So if you're switching from iPhone to Android, this is the perfect video for you. Keep in mind that this method is updated to 2026, and this is the official Apple and Android method. So it's all free and native. And please keep in mind that we're gonna transfer everything that we have here on the iPhone to the Android. So we're talking about apps, settings, contacts, photos and videos, and even information inside our apps. So it's a full transfer. Let's go ahead and begin. And the first thing we gotta do is make sure that the Android is at the welcome screen. So we gotta make sure that the Android phone is reset. So it has no data, no files, it is at the brand new state. So if your Android phone is just like mine, so it's fully functional, it's already set up and everything, we're gonna need to actually reset it to factory settings to start this process. There's no other way. That's how Apple and Android implemented it, okay? So just to be very, very clear. So if your Android phone is like mine, let's go ahead and reset it together step by step. But if your Android is already at the welcome screen, if it's brand new or if you have already reset it, you can actually skip this first step right here. I'm gonna leave the guide right here, the chapters, so you can go ahead and skip this very first step, okay? So just follow the chapters. Okay, so let's begin. Let's go ahead and open up our settings and then scroll down, keep scrolling quite a lot until we get to general management. And then of course, we're gonna go to reset. But before we reset, and I wanna make this very, very clear, when we reset, we're gonna erase the Android completely, okay? So we're gonna delete everything that's on this phone. So if for some reason you have important data or files or documents, make sure to save them, to back it up, because as I said, we will have to erase to factory settings, completely wipe out this phone in order to continue, okay? Just to be very clear. Now, let's move on, tap on reset. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and factory data reset, tap on this option, and then it's gonna check a few things. It's gonna confirm that's gonna delete absolutely everything. Let's go ahead here and reset. As you can see, it's gonna ask for your lock screen passcode or your PIN or your pattern. So go ahead and type it in. Then it's gonna confirm that it will delete everything as I mentioned. Let's do that, delete all, and then it's gonna start the process. Maybe it will verify, so it's gonna confirm here with your email that's logged in to your Android. So go ahead and ask to send the email just to verify. And as you verify on your email, I've just done that with my computer that I have right here with me. It's already gonna automatically start the reset process. So I think you briefly saw, there we go, Samsung, now we're seeing Samsung once again. Of course, this process is universal, so it'll work not only with Samsung, but with every Android version or model or phone that you have with you. And then all you have to do now is just wait like a couple minutes, and then our Android phone will be ready for the transfer. And so as you can see, we're at the welcome screen, meaning that we're all set, we're ready to get started. I'm gonna get my iPhone right here, the device I have all of my data and my apps and everything, but we're still gonna need to work a little bit more on the Android phone. So let's go ahead and start. As you can see, for your review, so we have the terms right here to agree. Let's continue right here. And then we have easy setup with another device. And then that's where the magic happens, because right here we have iPhone or iPad, and that's what we want. So let's select this middle option right here. Then we're gonna need to connect to Wi-Fi. Of course, make sure to connect to the very same Wi-Fi network that your iPhone is connected. So connect both to the same Wi-Fi network, which in our case is this one right here. Let me just sign in. I'm gonna connect right now, let it do its thing. Now we can go to next. And as you can see, it's getting our phone ready. It may take a few minutes. Generally, it just takes a few seconds. Now it's checking info, and here is asking us to sign in with ease. You don't need to do that right now, so let's just go ahead and skip just to make things faster. Right here is asking us to sign in with our Google account, so you can either skip or do that. I'm already gonna sign into my Google account, so I'm just gonna put email and password. And of course, we have here copy apps and data. Let's continue on next. And then it's saying here that copy your data. You have to agree to this. And then Smart Switch uses these permissions. You can go ahead and allow. And then we get to this page saying get connected. And you can choose if you want to transfer all your stuff wirelessly using the Wi-Fi network, as I mentioned before, or via a cable. You can choose, it will work both ways, but honestly, I recommend that you use the second option because it will transfer more stuff and it's just faster. So it's very important that you get a compatible cable. So it's gonna be either USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to Lightning, depending on your iPhone. So let me get a compatible cable. I'm gonna plug in one end right here to the Android phone, and then of course the other end to the iPhone. Let me just plug it in. Great, it's plugged in, it's charging. So as you can see, I got here the connection. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tap on cable, and then connecting to transfer your data. So it's working. It's asking here to trust this computer, so your iPhone will understand the Android as a computer. That's it, trust. And then I'm gonna need to type in the lock screen passcode and even confirm with your Face ID. Let's just do that. Let me complete here, and then there you go, it's connected, great. And now all you have to do here is tap on next, and then it's searching for data to transfer. It's scanning, as you can see, let it do its thing. And as you can see, we've got here quite a lot. So calls and contacts, messages, applications, data from iPhone apps. Remember when I told you it's not just the apps themselves, but even the data inside those applications will go to settings, home screen, images, videos, audios, and documents. Perfect. So let's go ahead here and transfer. Now it's asking us to select applications. It's loading. As you can see, we've got here Amazon, Apple Music, ChatGPT, and so on. So those apps right here are pretty much those apps. If you take a look, you're gonna see pretty much all of them right there on the list, okay? So that's it. Of course, some applications are iPhone exclusive, so of course, you won't be able to download them, but most of the applications we have today are compatible to all devices. As you can see, I got 27 applications. So let's go ahead and install. It's transferring, keep the cable connected, and this is very important. It's necessary that when you do this process, you have like a good battery state on both devices, especially on your Android phone, because as you can see, when you plug your iPhone to the Android, it's actually gonna charge the iPhone. So it's very important that your Android phone has good battery. Pretty much full battery is recommended, okay? Right here is asking to protect your phone. So it's asking us here again to trust. So every single time it asks to trust, go ahead and trust. So let me just go ahead and type it in. So tap in here to trust once again, and here asking to protect your phone. So create a passcode, or as you can see, a PIN, a pattern, fingerprints, face recognition, you name it. I'm gonna go with PIN, and then I'm just gonna go with this one just to make things easy on this, okay? Use anyway. Of course, I don't recommend that you use this. I'm just doing it to make it better for our video. Google services, great, backup, location, and so on. You can accept. It's checking, just a few more moments, getting your phone ready. After a while, you're gonna see here your Samsung account. You can go ahead and sign in with Google, or if you prefer to do it manually, I'm gonna sign in with Google. Now we have the terms and conditions of your Samsung account. So I have read and agreed with everything. You can agree. Again, if you're doing this for a Samsung phone, you may see now Galaxy AI. You can go ahead and tap on more and next. This will vary a little bit depending on the brand of the manufacturer of your Android phone. Go ahead and agree here once again. Navigation style, organize your phone. Of course, you can adjust all of that later to your preference. Keyboard layout, I'm just confirming everything because of course the focus of this video is to transfer everything from iPhone to Android. Of course, you can customize everything later on. We have here recommended apps. You can choose if you want to download them or not. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on next. taking care of your phone, and of course, you are all set up. But now, and this is very, very important, the process hasn't finished just yet. As you can see, if we pull down here on our notification, the transferring process is still going on. So the applications are still being installed. The transferring process is still happening. So you still have to wait, even though the phone is already functional, right? But it hasn't finished transfer everything. And you gotta make sure to leave the cable plugged in. Leave the Android phone plugged into the iPhone until the process has finished. This may take a few minutes or even more, so you gotta be patient and then you gotta wait. And only when everything here is finished, everything here is done, that all of your data will, as a matter of fact, be transferred, okay? And so after a few minutes, that's what you're gonna see. Data transfer complete, app installation complete. So everything is done. And as you could already tell, we have all of our apps right here, the same apps we have on the iPhone. And of course, now you can unplug. You don't need to have this connection anymore because the transfer was complete. And now all you have to do is enjoy your new Android with all your iPhone stuff. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on my next video as usual, guys. Bye-bye.